insights into science and technology. They go behind the scenes with exclusive interviews of our favorite artists. They feature the work of some of the world's best journalists. They cover the world of sport. They bring today's business, innovation, and technology into focus. And they tell stories that give us perspective. All of these magazines come to life in an all-new service that we call Apple News Plus. All of these magazines come to life in an all-new service that we call Apple News Plus. This is going to take Apple News to a whole new level. We've made a video about the power of journalism and its cultural impact, and I'd love to play it for you now. Impact.
My passion as a journalist has been to help readers better understand the moment that we're living in.
I definitely go further to get a shot than my wife would like me to go.
I think fashion magazines play such a huge role. Magazines allowed me to kind of see people that looked more like me.
You have to have more voices. Representation in front of the camera is important, but representation behind the camera is even more important.
One of the functions of journalism in this moment is to offer a fuller picture of power. Who has it, who doesn't have it, and what the costs of that have been.
Photography can take us anywhere in that infinite world of stories and gives you an empathy that you could have never imagined.
Great writing ideally helps people make sense of the world.
Sports photography is my life, and that's what I've been inspired by, freezing time.
Part of my job is to shed light on stories that have been kept in the dark.
The container for these stories is changing. If we have a place to go to that we can trust to hold all those stories, that is going to help.
Thank you. To tell you more about Apple News Plus, I'd like to invite up Roger Rosner, Vice President of Applications. Roger?
I'm thrilled to tell you about the new service we're bringing to Apple News. Our goal for Apple News Plus was simple. We wanted to create the best magazine reading experience ever for a mobile device. Apple News Plus will bring you over 3,000 magazines across all, 300 magazines across all sorts of topics, like entertainment, fashion, news and politics. We've got great health magazines and great lifestyle magazines. We've got magazines for travelers, magazines for foodies, magazines for gearheads. We've got magazines for just about every passion under the sun. And Apple News Plus is the only place where you will find all these magazines in a single package. To show it to you, I'd like to invite up Wyatt Mitchell, Apple's Director of Design for Applications.
Thank you, Roger. Let's take a look at the new Apple News Plus. It all starts with the same great Apple News free experience. And that means it's got top stories, it's got trending stories, and here are my personalized recommendations in For You. With an Apple News Plus subscription, the experience gets even better. It means I get the latest magazines. With this design, we wanted to add the best of the magazine experience into the app. And that starts with the covers. We wanted to make them even more inviting, an entrance into another world. So we created the live cover. Check this one out from National Geographic. It's an amazing aerial view. It's an amazing aerial view of Sydney, Australia, and what looks like an incredible issue. So let's take a look. When I tap on a cover, I'm taken to the table of contents, where I can see all the articles in the issue. I can jump to whichever one I'm interested in, like this. And here I land in a National Geographic article, beautifully designed, and full of amazing infographics. Apple News Plus makes the experience of diving into an issue even more fun and exciting. It's really like having National Geographic designed for my phone. And to get more, I can just tap on the table of contents, or I can browse the issue by simply swiping from article to article, like this. I can read full magazine issues, no matter where or when, right on my phone. All right, let me get back to the Today tab. There are more recommendations of articles and issues here, but the place to explore all magazines is the News Plus tab. Here, we wanted to design a home dedicated to everything about enjoying magazines. I can easily find my favorite titles right here in My Magazines. There's the National Geographic I was just looking at. Here's one of my all-time favorites, The New Yorker. I'll also see suggestions, like Popular Science here, based on my interests. And recent issues are automatically downloaded, so I'll already have them before I board a flight. Scrolling down, here's one of our first looks. It's the new cover of Rolling Stone, featuring some of the stars of Game of Thrones. Now, everything here is curated by the Apple News editors and personalized, which makes it really easy to discover a great article or explore a topic. Like this group of travel stories recommended for me. I've been reading a lot about Costa Rica recently, and while I'm not a regular reader of Marie Claire, I can see that News Plus is recommending their article on traveling there, which is really smart and really great. I'll also see featured articles, like this one from Wired magazine, and new issues, like this one from Essence, with Issa Rae on the cover. Now, along with the cover, I can see a few articles from the issue, which makes it really easy to browse. Now, I'm going to tap on this cover story because I'm a big fan of her show, Insecure. And here we enter another beautifully designed article. Design plays such a big part of magazines, we really wanted to give the titles their ability to express their own unique look and feel through their design, typography, and photography. And this is really a great example of it. This is Essence designed for the phone. So it looks great here on the phone. Let's take a look at it on an iPad. I'm going to open up the same article on the iPad. And as you can see, the article looks fantastic here too, and nicely adapted to the larger size. And just like on the phone, I can always tap on the table of contents to navigate to another article. I'm going to try this beauty story. And here we have a beautiful photo essay. The iPad really shows off great photography like this. Now, if I'm looking for something specific or just wanting to browse, I can navigate to the full breadth of the catalog by just tapping here at the top. And here I have hundreds and hundreds of magazines. I can find my sports, my music, my travel. I can find the entire newsstand that Tim referred to right here on my iPad. And that's the new Apple News Plus, the best mobile magazine experience ever. Back to you, Roger.
Thank you, Wyatt. I think Apple News Plus is awesome. No one has ever made digital magazines as gorgeous and readable as this. Whether you like to read whole issues cover to cover or individual articles, Apple News Plus is the best way to read magazines on your device. But Apple News Plus is about more than magazines. Apple News Plus also includes some of the most popular premium digital subscriptions, like the Skim. But we didn't stop there. Apple News Plus also includes the country's largest metropolitan newspaper and a rising star, the LA Times. And I'm super proud to announce that Apple News Plus also includes one of the world's top newspapers, the Wall Street Journal. And of course, Apple News Plus is built on a foundation of expert human curation and industry-leading personalization. So finding what you're looking for in that incredible collection of content is as easy as launching Apple News. When we announced Apple News, we told you we designed it to be private from the ground up, and that's still true, and it's even more important today. So sometimes people ask us, how do we recommend the best articles for you without compromising your privacy? The answer is, we download groups of articles from our servers, and then we use on-device intelligence to make recommendations. And that means we don't know what you read, and in addition to that, we don't allow advertisers to track you. So what you read about in Apple News will not follow you across the web. So Apple News Plus, over 300 great magazines, the Wall Street Journal, the LA Times, those great premium digital subscriptions. There's literally never been an offer like this before. If you were to subscribe to all of these individually, it would cost you over $8,000 per year. But with Apple News Plus, you pay $9.99 per month. And that's not just for you. We thought this was so important, we decided to make this available to your entire family with family sharing at no extra charge.